We live, baby. Welcome to GShyt, the podcast. I'm Rhino.
I'm Giovanni. We are very, very happy to announce our guest today. It is Senor Andrew, aka Drew, aka Drizzy, aka Hibachi, aka Shooter,
HeadBand Breezy.
aka
DrewBreezy.
You know what I'm saying? You from a particular
It's a lot of AKAs right there. I like that. I'm ready to put on a shirt on my
many
AKAs.
talents, so I'll let you talk a little bit about yourself and let our audience know what you're about.
Well, like my boy just said, DrewRanchula. That's on all social medias. DrewRanchula. But obviously my real name is Andrew, or I like Drew. I never liked Andrew. I don't know why, but I like Drew. It's just easier. I like when people call me Drew.
Where you from?
I'm from New York. Technically, I'm from New York, but technically I'm from Florida now. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in New York for 7 years, but then I lived in Florida. I went to elementary, middle school, and high school. So I'm a Floridian.
So you don't claim New York no more? You claim?
Nah, I claim New York. That's how it is. All right, perfect. Right here, the perfect saying.
Yeah.
New York created me. Florida raised me.
I'm saying Detroit born, Florida raised. I've been out here almost 11 years now. I'm from Detroit.
And the reason I say that is because I can't really tell you. I mean, I could tell you from where I'm from about New York, but I don't know New York like that. You know what I'm saying?
Day in, day out type
Yeah,
stuff.
but Florida, if you go to Kissimmee, you go to St. Cloud, you go to Point. I can tell you everything down there in Orlando. So it's like, I'm Florida raised, like you said. Like,
how long you been down in Florida?
Since I was 8. So from 8 and now I'm 29.
Damn.
Yeah, I got that Florida blood. that Florida blood. That New York blood is almost gone, which is sad to say, but.
Do you see yourself moving back to New York or?
I talk about this with my wife all the time. Like, we would love to move back to New York, but you know how New York is. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Like, if New York was like Florida, I would move back in a heartbeat. Like, but it's just so expensive, bro. Like, what you can get in New York, you can get 7 times more in Florida. A bigger house, a better job, better paying job. You can, have more money in your pocket. In New York, I feel like especially now, I feel like New York is getting expensive. So it's like the living is harder. Like, I mean, you get paid more there, but the taxes is crazy out there.
Thinking about that, we almost sound like our parents at this point. Cause like,
yeah,
I know, like, when I'm talking about my parents,
Real.
and I'm like, hey, the reason why I wasn't, raised in New York and lived there a long time. So my parents were like, yo, ain't much of a future for us over here. And I know that, Drew had some similar stuff happen with his parents where he's like, okay, now I got to make a decision.
Right.
Like, my parents, I think we went to visit Disney World one time. My parents were like, we fucking love this place. We're going to see Mickey Mouse every day. So we came and we slid and we moved here instead. And I don't really remember much from New York. I remember like building a snowman, getting lost, just having fun, being a fucking kid and shit like that. What kind of things do you remember from New York, Drew?
Same thing, like the snow. Remember, like the snow. I live in the city,
Right.
so like let's just say Times Square is 42nd Street. I live on 37th. I was raised on 37th Street. So if you go to the roof, you can see before all the buildings that happened. You can see like literally like parts of Times Square.
Damn.
But now New York, they build a building every 5 minutes, so it's like you can't.
Really,
but like, so I know like we used to walk to Times Square. We used to go to Times Square, I remember we used to do had a big Toys R Us in the city. Big Toys R Us. And it's like you could try all the toys out for free. You could do all
kids
yeah. Yeah, and then obviously the best thing in New York City, like, because when I came to Florida, I used to go to New York like almost every summer until my 8th grade year. I went almost every summer. But like the food, like the corner, like you can buy peanuts. You can eat nuts like they're like fire nuts. Yeah. You can buy hot dog glizzies, hot dogs,
Do research on glizzies, guys.
glizzies.
Just the word of the
You can buy like halal food, which is
Halal.
halal, which is what is it?
It's kind of like the Muslim version of kosher. It has to be cut a
And
certain
bro,
way.
it's so fire, bro. Like, I would eat those corner foods. I wish they had them in Florida, but obviously Florida's too big to have that. You know what I'm saying?
I went to New York. I think either last year or the year before last.
Where in New York you go to? That makes a big difference. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm from Manhattan.
You ain't like on no Long Island, Manhattan, a little bit
I'm from
different
the
than
city.
everything else.
So we
The
stayed.
Bronx and all that is.
We stayed in Queens, I think, because we went to Coney Island.
Yeah.
And,
oh my goodness, Coney
yeah,
Island.
so like we stayed there, but like
Classic.
we was only there for like 2 days because we had it was like a week-long trip. We went from DC,
Yeah.
took a train up, or we went from New York, took a train down to DC.
DC's were the home of the Glizzies.
Glizzy's, yeah, and like like I didn't feel like I spent enough time in New York, but like I was also seeing shit. I'm like, damn, like you literally take a train and like in an hour, you feel like you're in a whole different fucking place.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Times Square. It was I think like March or something. So when we went, it was dead of the winter. So you know what I'm saying? Like wasn't really much popping. Wasn't as much activity, and like you see that shit like Thanksgiving Day parade, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I see on TV growing up watching that shit. I was like,
Speaking of the parades, like that's one thing that about New York that I love is that I went to the Puerto Rican parade. I went to the Colombian. I'm not even Colombian. I'm Puerto Rican. Listen, I'm Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian. I went to the Puerto Rican parade, which is insane in New York. You know,
I can't even imagine.
Went to the Ecuadorian parade, which is crazy. And you don't think there's that many Ecuadorians until you go to a parade in New York. I went to the Dominican parade, which I'm not Dominican. I love my wife, but besides that, Dominican was wild. And I went to Colombian parade.
damn.
Yeah,
I went to 4.
I went to 4 parades. I mean, obviously the Puerto Rican, Ecuadorian, we used to go to a lot.
Like every Thanksgiving, my mom and my grandma would always put the Macy's Day Parade.
Yeah, Macy's
on
Day
TV.
Parade.
So,
Yeah,
like,
because that's
It's tradition though.
yeah. I mean, once you go to it like once you go to it twice, then it's like whatever. 'Cause I went to it twice, and it's like on TV is way better because you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. But when you go there, you gotta you bumble with people. Like the first time you're like, Snoopy. The Grinch, you see all the floats, you see everything, so it's like, whoa. Second year is the same thing. It's like, it's like, damn, it's crazy. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, oh, that's dope, it's fine. But then you're like, all right, you already seen the same thing twice.
For real.
And then now you can watch it from the crib, like, oh, I've seen that without the hassle of bump. You know how New York people are sometimes rude.
Side note, I ain't trying to derail, but I was in, so like, the whole reason we went to New York is because, like, big city dude, like, I'm like, all right, nigga, Florida, I've been to before. I had never been to Chicago. I had never been to DC. I had never been to New York. I had never been to LA. And we was like, man, let's go. Never been to Houston. And like, I was like, I want to go start traveling or whatever. And I was like knocking off the big cities on my map or whatever. And I'm like, I want to do like be adventurous and shit. Like, go snowboard and shit like that. But I also want to see these places. And like, if you guys have been to LA before?
Yes, actually, I went last year.
He went right before I did too. He told me about his vacation.
Yeah, I went for like 5. Me and my wife went for like 5-6 days, and bro, it's not enough time.
Yeah, no, like
it's not enough time.
So much shit to do.
I
You probably spend that much time on a block, dog.
Yeah, I did the basic, Hollywood, the Hollywood stars. I did all that, and it's not enough time, bro. Like LA is like.
It's like when you think about big city too.
I had to fire Glizzy. No homo.
Street Glizzy's
boy. With the street Glizzy's out there is
in LA.
Yes,
man. Like right with the Hollywood Squares.
There's a lady right outside, like the clubs would be sitting there with like little carts and shit like that.
She cook it on a, like a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Like the old ladies have the carts.
Yeah. Push carts.
She put a tray. Shit, I don't know how they do this. They put a tray. Obviously, they probably have like 2 burners or whatever underneath.
Glizzy.
Well, no, the burners is the thing. Yeah. So it's like, and she had like a whole bunch of it's a tray and it had like onions, whatever, like that stuff. And I'm like, yo, and me and my girl, we're like, yo, we kind of hungry. $5 for one Glizzy.
It's in LA though, not New York.
Yeah, in LA.
That's my point. Like, so like, I'm
best
going to all
best
these
Glizzy I had in my life was in LA. Side note, best Glizzy. Okay,
This is fire, dog.
it was fire. Like,
stupid fire.
you know how fire it was? Now I bought her one. I bought me one. I bought her one. I bought me one again, and I bought her one, and I ate hers. Like, I was like, bro, I don't know what they did. I don't know what kind of sorcery was in that Glizzy.
That shit is good, man.
And it was on a tray. I was like, yo, let me get 2 more of them.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you think like New York known for you know what I'm saying? Like known for like
a lot for street food, honestly.
Yeah.
Pizza, right?
Yeah,
like Chicago's name.
Pizza. New York is known for pizza.
Street food.
I haven't been in a while, but
a lot of things though, because like even shawarma's becoming big over there. Like all different cultures are starting to bring that.
It just depends when you go to New York, because in New York, like some parts, like Queens, is like Greek food.
Yeah,
bro, that's what.
And I had the best Greek food, and I actually had the best pizza in Queens.
Yeah.
The Chinese food in the city is fire. Like Chinese food in New York is
I don't feel like I did New York right, bro. Because I went to LA and I was like, damn, bro, every place I'm going, the food is fire. I went to Chicago, I'm like,
LA. But the thing about LA is like, when I went to LA, obviously I went for 5 days, and like it was amazing. Like The only trouble I had was the first day when I went to LA was because of like what do you call it? The rentals.
Yeah.
They messed up on my rental. They tried to give me.
Getting a better car.
They tried to give me a minivan. I got a Toyota Camry, paid and everything, right?
Yeah.
I went there. You know the time switch. So by the time I went there, it was 12 o'clock.
Same shit.
Went there. Oh, let me. What's my Camry? Oh, we don't have it. Oh, but we had this van. I said, bro, I'm not bougie.
Nah, bro, I'm in the K-Dot van. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love Kendrick Lamar. Really? And I'm a repping, but I'm not gonna ride in the van.
I'll be back about 15 minutes, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to. They tried to give me like a van. I was like, no. I was
adamant
hot.
about it.
I was hot. Yeah,
nice way. Adamant about it.
Adamant.
Let's say a nice way about it.
Yes, and I was like, yo, I was so. What's the word?
Adamant.
Adamant about it.
Adamant about it.
Yeah, you should.
I said, babe, can you handle it? Because I'm about to go off. She was handling it, and then I butted in a little bit, like, yo, I'm not gonna drive that, so y'all better give me something else. I don't care what it is. I need something, anything. Okay, they started getting like a little tense about it too. So I'm like, all right, we'll come. They walk in there. Oh, we got this Audi, whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, we talking. That's my style. The Florida Audi. I was like, yo, I can push it. And she's like, oh, or you can get this Camaro drop top. I was like,
I'll take the drop top.
put the bags in that trunk. The trunk was small, but I was like, put the bags in there. I was like,
that's wild.
She was like, my girl was like, which one you want? I was like, I said, babe, you know which one I want.
Well, that's no stupid question.
Right.
I'm about to push the fuck out of that car right there. Yo, so we got it, but besides that, everything else was smooth. Like, went to a dispensary out there.
Oh my god, we gotta talk about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. Dispensary right there. We ate food. We went to we did the Hollywood tour, like when you go to the houses, and it's crazy because when you're when you're in the city or LA, when you're in LA, downtown LA, it was like, let's say it was like 75 degrees. Mm-hmm. I have a picture. Actually, we took a picture of they have a Kobe mural. Yeah. And it's crazy because when Kobe died, that was the next year he died. That same week I was in LA. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a year before I was there, and I have a Kobe picture and everything. I posted up and everything. Yeah. So it was like 75 degrees. We're taking pictures with the Kobe mural. I'm just, trying food, doing that. We went to like a Foot Locker or whatever, and then we went to the, they do the Hollywood tour. So we went on it was like a bus. Yeah. We went on it. Bro, when we got up to the hills, it dropped to like 62 degrees. It dropped. Yes, I promise you, it dropped. Bro, I was in there like, yo, you having a good time? She's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Like, yo, it's bricks. She's like, yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, yo, like, what's up? Like, how did it just drop? Yeah. But then, like, they take you to, like, Justin Bieber's house, Chris Brown's house. They show you, like, everybody famous house. Yeah. It's crazy, though. I had a good time. You ain't go see Kanye shit because he's staying, like, yeah. That's Calabasas. You know what's crazy? I was going to drive to Calabasas just to drive, but I don't know if you could do that.
I mean, I think you can. I mean, we drove.
They might have something.
But they probably have it doesn't even matter.
Eventually, they probably have something to stop you out.
No. It's not that. I think it's that if you drive to Calabasas, I feel like it don't even matter because their grass fence. You know how they got grass on top or cement? It's probably like 40 feet high, so you won't even see anything. But they drove us to West Hollywood, Beverly Hills. They were explaining stuff like Beverly Hills don't have like was it the phone lines? Yeah. And they don't have like the water. What's it? The hydro pump. What is it?
Everything is
the fire pump with the pump.
Mm-hmm. It's all fire prone because it's so hot there. It's weird that you say it was 60 degrees. It's usually so hot that it start forest fires like right off.
No, we went at night though. When we did the thing, it was like a last call type. It was like 9:30. Damn. Yeah, because we was doing so much. Remember, it's like Hollywood. I mean, LA. You need like a couple days. You need like a week almost to do one. And then probably like another week. California's so huge, bro. For real. So we were just trying to do everything we can in that time frame that we had.
SoCal, like Southern California.
Yeah,
we made it to Northern California.
Yeah, see, we didn't even go there. Like, so it was like I want to do like the bridge? What's the bridge out there? San Francisco Bridge. But that's a whole nother. That's when we was gonna go. That's a whole 4 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours away from.
So it's like, oh, never mind. Like, let's just try to do everything we can on this time frame in Cali, and then eventually we'll go again.
That's one of the main reasons. I mean, like when me and Ryan were starting to talk about this podcast, we really wanted to also take this thing mobile and visit all these other places. Because like growing up, we didn't really make it a priority to travel and stuff like that, to go to other countries, to go to other cities. And now that we're in a place that we can, definitely want to start doing those things because it's just so dope to be able to see all different locations and take in all the different cultures that we have. For me personally, like going to Pittsburgh was one of the best like culture shocks, I guess, for me, because it's different on every block. Like you go from shit that was made in like the 1800s to shit that was like recent as fuck to shit that's like a new age, some style you never seen before. So like that was one of the coolest things I ever did. What's the coolest place you ever traveled to that just struck you like, damn, I wasn't expecting this, or I've never seen anything like that. I've never experienced anything.
It would have the damn, that's hard. Because I've been to the Poconos.
Yeah. I remember you told me those
the
stories.
Poconos, I went to like the biggest, it's called Skirmish, and I went to this top 5 paintball. Been there, it was fire, but
The paintball
yeah,
too,
it was.
Poconos, where's that?
That's in Pennsylvania.
That's Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but it's like
It's mountainous areas.
Yeah, and
you
it's
go
like
skiing, snowboarding. They got lodges.
we rented a house out there with my cousin.
You gotta have your pinky up when you go there. It's like fancy.
Basically, yeah. You rent the house, and the next house is like 2 miles that way, 2 miles that way.
Damn.
But the house that we had a pool table, a jacuzzi, a fire.
Damn.
You know, it was a family thing.
Yeah.
But that would have been second. That was second. It had to be Ecuador.
For real?
Yeah,
Talk about Ecuador.
Because, well, I'm Ecuadorian, so I never been to Ecuador. My father lives in Ecuador.
Yeah.
So it's like how you say, the culture shock.
Yeah.
You know, in America, you can do whatever you want. You can buy whatever you want. But my father he's not poor, but he's not rich. I guess he's a little in between, a little lower than in between.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like everything there is just like, it's crazy, bro. Because when I went to Ecuador, it's like you take a cab from like here to like, or from Tampa to like Kissimmee, it'll cost you like $3. But in Ecuador, that's expensive.
Yeah.
And like, you see the way like the schools are in Ecuador, like it's not like
You Puerto Rican in Ecuador.
I'm Puerto Rican. I've never been to Puerto Rico.
You never been to Puerto Rico?
No.
Mama Puerto Rican, dad's Ecuadorian.
Yeah, my mom's Puerto Rican, dad's Ecuadorian. It's just that. And then it's like the way that people live in Ecuador. Like it's half like when I was there, like there's no Wi-Fi unless you go into a park. So the park has Wi-Fi, but you only have it for 24 hours.
Damn.
So a lot of the people from around the city, like if you go to a city where my dad's from, it's called Milagros, which is like miracle, right?
It means miracles.
So it's Milagros. And we paid a lady upstairs $5, and to have our Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But you gotta stand in front of the house, like the house, square.
Yeah.
In front of the 50% of the front of the square is the Wi-Fi. If you go back, you get no Wi-Fi. That's like crazy. And then, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I could imagine, man.
So it's like, I'm used to American Wi-Fi, like where you can get everything. So when I'm in the front, like damn, but like. It was dope because I went to Ecuador to surprise my dad for his birthday with my sister and everything. Yeah. So it was cool. And he makes he does pizza and all that. So he makes pizza on the block and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and he knows English. So like people think like, oh shit, his pizza must be crazy because he knows English.
That's one of the things. My uncle, real quick. My uncle he lives in Colombia and he was in New York his whole life. He got in trouble for some shit because he was holding money he wasn't supposed to, and they deported him back to Colombia. He could get a job at places just because he knows English, especially places that are like tourist centric, like hotels and things like that. They love to have people just because you speak it, and you don't understand how valuable simple things like those are until you step away.
Exactly, he said valuable. My dad put New York pizza and started talking English, bro. People just buy the pizza because he knows English and he knows he's from New York.
Yeah,
my dad's from Ecuador, but he moved to New York and he all his life until he messed up. He made a couple bad decisions in his life. He went to Rikers Island. He had an 18-year bid. Yeah. He did 9. They said,
damn, they did 9.
They said you could do 9. They said you could do 9. You could finish your 9 and go to Ecuador.
Yeah.
He got a house in Ecuador. He got family in Ecuador. My other family
be locked up in Ecuador.
I've never been to Ecuador.
I was never mad at the choice. I was never mad at. I mean, as a kid, you're kind of mad because you're like, damn, you should have just served 9, and then you would have stood in New York, and we could have, had a.
Yeah. But like as a person, you gotta now that you're older. It's easy
now that I'm older, I can see like, damn, like
you could have died in those.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not prison's not fun. Right. Prison is not fun.
No,
he wasn't in jail; he was in prison.
Yeah,
it's a big difference. So I was like, obviously, like he said, when I was little, I was mad.
Yeah. As
you grow older, you're like, damn, I see why he did it. I'm never mad at my father for doing that because I would have probably done that. Like if I'm locked up and I know if I go to Ecuador and I have a house,
yeah,
I don't have to pay for it. I got family, I can get a job, I could do. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
It
So
was
I'm,
also a combination of that and him knowing that like your mom was also taking care of y'all. Like if
Yeah,
he knew
exactly.
there was no option for it and he knew like hey,
I think he was.
he's gonna be real fucked up.
Yeah.
I think he would. Yo, your dad would have definitely taken that
Yeah, he
L
would've
and been
taken
like,
that
I'm
L.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
But he knew
But-
like, yo, they're in Florida, they're being taken care of.
Yeah, and he knows how. You know, obviously him and mom. You know, he loves my mother. They used to whatever. But he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they used to love each other. Yeah, used to. Well, they used to love each other. Used to what? So you know, like, but like you said, you know, he knows how my mother is. So
Yeah.
he was probably like, oh,
I
and
trust her.
She got it. I trust her, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I never blame. I'm never mad at my father. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm never mad at him. I never hated him. I send him money when I can because I know I never used to do it. I'm not gonna front. I never used to send him money. I used to think he used to just want money because he was just being greedy.
And you went over there.
I went over there, like I said, it's a culture shock.
Yeah.
Stuff is expensive. Stuff is, you know, but it's not even expensive for them. It's
just
expensive.
inflated more
Yeah,
than anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
Exactly. So like when he needs like his ingredients to make his piece, like he has like a right now he has like a little shop. He went from like a little cart to a little shop. So it's like if he needs something for his like piece of stuff, it's like $25 to get everything together.
Yeah.
You know, for him it's expensive.
Yeah.
To
I'm like
upfront
$25.
that cost, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like $25, and you know he got to cut the cheese. He got to do all that by himself. When we was over there, I'm like $25. That's it.
Yeah.
I said, oh my god.
Just to know that I
Here you
can
go.
help you out that much.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
something
So
that don't
I'm
mean
thinking
that
like,
much.
and he's like, yeah, you know. So all right, so I give you the money. I help you make the stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like a, you know, I
Crazy.
never grew up with my father because obviously never been to Ecuador till like 2015.
Yeah.
He got locked up in '98.
Damn.
I visited him
This man was
a
6
couple
or 7,
times.
you know?
Yeah. So
Crazy.
so I had all that time. So you know, I'm never mad at him. I just know he just made wrong choices. Everybody make wrong choices in life. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad unless it's like unless you do it out of anger or revenge. That's different.
Right.
But if you make a wrong choice because you were trying to make money, you were trying to feed your family. All right, I can deal with it.
Right.
It kind of sucks because I didn't grow up with him. But then again, I grew up with my, you know, it made my mom stronger, made my sister stronger.
Stupid strong.
You know what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
raised me. So it's like, all right, cool. I got females that I would take a bullet for.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But my father, I already know he had to make the decision. You know what I'm saying? He had to.
Yeah. Side note: if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I was about to ask that. Fuck. Took my question.
If I could live anywhere in the world, like even if I never been there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right, my thing is I love Greek mythology.
Clearly
For real?
Headbands, no.
No,
I'm like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker about to go to Japan, fuck some niggas.
No, like Greek mythology and stuff. So I love
Nigga
that.
Like a basketball guy and
Nah.
motherfucking Japan.
Oh.
nigga.
Oh, you really fast.
Hold on. Side note before I answer that question. When I went to Ecuador, you know, you play ball, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I was doing moves like basic, like reverse layups, and everybody was like,
Oh,
"Ooh."
Alabama-san.
I did a couple step backs. Yo, they were like, like, yo, I had a,
You was
literally.
like the Stefan Marbury.
Yo.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I promise you, I had the video. I just don't know where it's at. I think my sister has it. They have like a park.
Yeah.
In that park, obviously everybody's there because that's the only Wi-Fi you have for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So everybody goes there, and they have like benches, but it's like cement blocks. So it's like a long, like a small shape, like a what do you call?
Did they have soccer in the fields? Like in Colombia, when you go to a basketball court, they actually have like soccer nets. And you
Oh
can
my
move those
god,
motherfuckers
forget it,
out the way.
forget it. In Ecuador,
and go to
yeah,
play
it was like that.
basketball, 'cause
Ecuador
it's that
soccer
packed.
is the best sport ever. Like in
Yeah.
Ecuador.
I can.
So like like he said, you had to move it out the way. But they used to like bet on games and stuff in Ecuador. So like they see me play and stuff, and you have people on the side
They
betting.
would bet on those games, like
Yeah.
amateur games.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I didn't know that.
Like they see me play, and then they'd be like, "Oh, yo, play again. Like play him. Play that.
I got 20 on him.
Yo, play that team. I got 20 on that team."
Damn.
We would bust ass in Ecuador. Like we were like, I would do simple stuff, and they would be like, "Yo, you good? You know what I'm saying?" So they don't see that. But there was like a couple Ecuadorian people that were fire. Like they were like a hoop.
Yeah.
But it was maybe like 2 or 3. But like everybody else, when I would go out there, and I went out there with my cousin and my sister, my brother-in-law, and we know how to hoop.
Yeah.
So they were amazed. They were like, "Yo, what the
Could you
fuck?"
imagine Drew in the Ecuadorian national team, bro?
Yo, it can happen. That actually happened to
Yeah.
me when I went to Colombia. I was like 12 or something like that, and my cousin, she's a female. She played basketball. She was trash, but but she had a coach, and the coach like knew like the Colombian national team, and I went to go play with her one time.
Basketball?
And me just regular ass
Yeah.
basketball playing. like she comes up to me afterwards. She was like, "Hey, my coach wants to know if you want to try for the Colombian national team." And I was like, "Bitch, I'm 12." Like it was just some basic because they don't play it over there. Like it's just soccer's so fucking.
It's like
dominant.
Ecuador, yeah.
It's
In
the same
Ecuador,
principle as like baseball. Like everybody starts
Correct.
young. Right?
You
And
ain't
that-
never been somewhere where motherfuckers just looked at you and they're like, well, I mean, that probably happens all the time because you motherfucking good. But like, you ever been to a place where you just so like far and beyond everybody else?
yeah,
on some
that's
basic
how I
shit.
felt in Ecuador.
I'm
I was so
talking
far.
basic ass shit.
This is the whole. Like
I do
I'm like
reverse
thinking,
layup,
like,
and they thought it was like a dunk.
There was this. Oh, Michael Jordan. Like
They were like,
me, Kyle Jordan. No,
yo, I looked to the left and they dapping me up. Like
You
right when I
stop
did a
doing an
reverse,
Asian
I did a
accent,
reverse.
bitch.
Yo, I did a reverse layup, and then I go to the side and they're trying to put their hands out to dap me. I'm serious, bro. It was that.
LeBron.
Remember, I was there for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and I went 3 days in a row, and then I took a break.
And he already had a name
He
for
was out there
himself.
signing his
Yeah, and I
autograph.
went 3 days again. Like I went, like they're like, yo, come back
Yeah.
around this time. This is when the real hoopers come. I'm like,
Man.
you know me, I'm like, I love
Yeah, like
competition.
I've been in that situation, but like it's like I'm at one park where I'm nice, nigga. The next park I go to, nigga, it's like a whole different story. This is a whole
Yeah.
No, it's a whole.
country,
It's a
though.
whole
I'm not all right. So that
My whole
was
continent, honestly.
yeah, that was just a side note. That was just I just jumped
Yeah,
into that. I didn't mean to, but
no, you good.
Place you want to go
but
to.
place like I was saying
Live.
earlier, I love Greek mythology. Like the Greek, I
I
love
know that shit about- I didn't even know that shit
I
about-
know what you about to say.
Greece.
Mythology.
I love
You know, like Rome and Greece.
For real?
Yes, because you know the Colosseum and
No,
all
I want to
that.
go some Coliseum.
Like I'm dying to see that, bro. I'm
We gotta
dying
do
to
Hey, I
see
don't know
that.
what you mean, dying. Like, damn, we go there right.
I'm just saying.
Book a flight tomorrow, baby.
What you mean? The way coronavirus is, you can't really
Hey,
book a flight.
Coronavirus.
Rona.
So I'm like, that's a place that I would love to go.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited Europe in general?
No, the only places I like visited, like okay, let's say USA. I went to obviously New York because I was born in Florida.
Everybody's been to Canada. That don't count though.
I never been to Canada.
What?
Listen,
That was
Canada.
across the border, bro.
I just never went. So it was. Remember, I left early.
Yes.
So it was New York, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina.
Yeah,
Man,
'cause you
LA.
came to visit me.
Oh, and LA. That's
I
it.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that's.
Pennsylvania too. God damn.
Oh shit, Pennsylvania.
I've been a lot more places than you probably think.
Sponsored by Alzheimer's now.
Get you a pill. No, listen, but
Stupid ass butt.
it's what my thing was. I always want to travel. Like that's why it's gonna sound really. I don't know if it's gonna sound weird or rude.
As long as the G shit.
Yeah, I don't want to have a kid because right now I'm selfish at my age. So and I want to travel and I want to try new food. That's literally what I want to do.
That's fine.
So me and
bro.
my wife we want to travel.
Yeah.
That's and I'm not saying I don't want a kid. If I have a kid, obviously I have a kid, but I don't want to be like the type to be like a dickhead or something. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel that stigma exists though? Like, why do you even feel like you're a dickhead by doing it? Like walk down that train of thought.
Because everybody now,
Who's everybody?
like our generation, right now, seems they think it's cool to have a kid at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
And where do you think they get it from? Our past generation.
Yeah, exactly. I bet.
Our
yeah,
parents
you're
were like, we had kids at 16,
Yeah.
17, 18. Well, Hispanics. At least I can speak for
Hispanics.
Hispanics.
No,
yeah.
generationally younger, like
They think
when you were young, you had kids.
Yeah.
Like my great grandma had like 6 kids by the time she was 20. That's just how it was.
Said
Like
6 by the time of 20?
by the time she was 20, she
Damn.
got her
No
first at, like
disrespect, but she was
14.
getting it in.
But at 14,
As soon as that
she
baby
had her
popped out, he's
first.
like, you ready?
Easy
I
bake
mean-
oven. Another one coming through. No disrespect.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know,
sure.
like generationally, like it's always been like, you know, like young
and
puberty hits. You know what I'm
That's what I'm
saying?
saying.
Exactly. You see
Now,
what he just said?
it's more like culturally.
Yeah.
you know, trying
But we
to do
also live
shit.
longer. Like, you got to realize, motherfuckers
Yo, no,
live
but,
all
longer.
of that.
but it's another thing too is that if I say, okay, I'm 29 right now, so when I tell somebody you don't have a kid, oh, you don't have a kid?
Right.
They used to it. Like I hang out with a lot of people that have kids.
Right.
I don't have no problem if
This
you have a kid.
motherfucker's like a godfather, like 3 kids.
Yeah, I don't
right
have
now,
no
so
one
shit.
kid.
me
Relax.
too.
I don't have a problem with kids being. I mean, you having a kid young. That's just not me.
Yeah.
So like when somebody says, "Damn, you 29 and have no kids,"
Saying.
I'm like, okay, and I could be 35 and have a kid.
Right.
I'd be 40
I
and have a kid.
understand having a kid at like 21, at 17. Yeah, you're gonna grow. You know, you can have more time with your kid. But bro, at 35, I can still hang with my kid. I can still do that. I don't want to be super young with my kid.
I think the idea too is also like you got to think about like I had friends when I was younger
Yeah.
who had parents who were older, and I'd be like, damn, how old is your dad? How old is your mom?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, versus like, cause like you think about it too, like what you want to do with your kids, like
Yeah.
it's a balance. Like, okay, I want to travel, I want to see these different places, and a lot of times people say that shit don't stop you from doing those things. Then you like,
What?
oh, but then it's just,
Hell yeah,
it's
it do.
it do in a
what
way,
they say,
but I
yeah.
mean,
They
at
always-
the same time, you like, okay, when I get older, I also won't be able to do these things with my kid when it's 21 or like
Yeah,
have
facts,
that first drink when I
facts.
might be
I remember my cousin. Shout out to Christina.
Christina, I love you. Yo, that's my sister's best friend.
Yo, for real. She was in college and she was like, I took out a loan so I could go to Europe. And like her family looked at her sideways, like, yo, you're gonna be in debt for doing these things. But she was like, I'm also like 20 right now. I'll never get this opportunity. And even me at that time when I was a little bit younger, I kind of looked at it. I was like, that's kind of like a dumb financial move. But now me being a little bit older, I can look at it and be like, yo, I understand where she was going. And she had a kid a little while after that too. And she kind of settled down, but she was like, "This is the time for me to do it. I'll pay that shit back like fuck money. It's more about what the fuck I do in my life."
Okay, because that's exactly what it is for me. Like I'm getting married in February. My honeymoon, I want to go to Greece. Like, I want to do like I want to go where I want to go, and my wife wants to go where she wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, all right, if I can go Greece, I think she wants to go to Paris or something. Yeah. So we're gonna split it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So now we both see, and then obviously after that we're probably gonna think about having a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 29 right now. Like after I do my wedding and after I have my honeymoon, I went to the places that I need to go.
It's all strategic, less
strategy. Exactly. Like because I want to just travel to at least like 4 or 5 more places before I have a kid. Because then I've been there. I did exactly what I want to do with her. Yeah. Now when I have a kid, I can travel with my kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even think about it that way.
Yeah.
What about being able to travel with them? You know?
Yeah, because you want to get the fun out first.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So I want to go. You know, we went to LA. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to wherever we're gonna go next, and then a honeymoon we're gonna go probably there if we're allowed to. You know, Corona. So if we're allowed to, and then after that, then you know if you have a kid, if we plan a kid, all right, then you know we grow up a little more.
I think it's more about like being able to understand yourself and fulfill yourself before you have the kid. Because sometimes I'm not trying to pick on anybody at all, but like sometimes when you have a kid really really young, you're still trying to live out your days while having them, and it's very very hard because it affects your kid at that point because you're trying to do what you got to do.
Because you want to go out to the club, but then you got your kid, but then you can't really do as much, and then you want to go travel.
Yeah, like that's the skanky.
You gotta take it.
My babysitter.
But you gotta take your kid with you, and then it's like, all right, now you with a whole bunch of couples that don't have kids, and you're the only one who got a kid.
And again, not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
Can do it at a young age.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
But everybody's different. You have to establish yourself. You have to be fulfilled with yourself, and then say, I'm ready for the next chapter of my life. Yeah, I'm ready to teach the next motherfucker. I'm ready to teach this little shit how to do it right. So I think that is a good mindset to have. Yeah. I think it's brought on to us from a different generation. I don't blame the other generation for it because one, the motherfuckers they live till 50 sometimes. You know, like medicine wasn't that good. So I understand. You know, you like halfway through your life.
Yeah, because
like,
remember they said in history books back then when you were back then, you know, they said back in the days, like way back in the days, like 14 people were having like 2 kids.
Yeah,
well, I'm telling you, man.
It's different now. It's like. What's the saying? Like 40's the new 30, like something like that.
That shit keep changing, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Look
at
J-Lo.
Changing.
Goddamn.
Exactly.
J-Lo the new whatever the fuck she want to be.
She the new. She the new something.
He said she the new shake my head.
Yeah, shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? She holding down for the Puerto Ricans out there. But.
Yeah. Do that play into like your I know we you know. Pre-talk was like you know all your interests and hobbies. You see yourself as like adventurous and shit like that. Wanting to travel. What are all your interests and hobbies? The things you want to do before you like? All right, I'm good. I've done these things. And how does that play into the things that you still have passion for?
So like the things I want to obviously it's loaded. But I mean I understand what you're saying. But it's like the things I want to do. Obviously one is I love food. I'm a fat boy at heart. At heart. Yeah. So like that's why travel and food. I would love to do that before I have a kid because obviously when you have a kid, it's harder to do all that stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
or you
like
gotta put it on the back burner for a lot
exactly,
more
yeah.
As you should.
Yeah, exactly. As you should. Mm-hmm. So I want to travel. Maybe like a couple more places I would like to travel. Like example like Colorado.
I almost want to visit like every continent to be honest with you.
Like, I want to go to South Africa.
Yeah, I heard like you hit up Africa a little bit. You go to Europe, maybe even Australia.
You know what I'm saying? I want to just try all that, and I want to try the food with it. Right. I'm not a food critic, but if I could be a food critic, I would.
Shout out to Mel for cooking for this.
Yes.
What's stopping you?
My wife is nothing stopping me as of right now.
But if you had a child,
if I had a child, that would stop me.
Or you might have more passion to do it because you're like, all right, now I really got to put
if you have the ability to bring
it with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. I want to travel, and I want to before I have a family, I want to travel, and I want to just try food.
Gotcha.
I love it.
I mean, like, what would stop you from being a food critic? That's what I was
going to say. Nothing would stop me. It's just I gotta try the food. I gotta actually go out there and try the food. That's the only thing that would stop me if I don't go out there and try the food. Yeah. Another thing too would be obviously I'm playing basketball till I'm like I can't jump no more.
Right.
I'm playing basketball till I'm like I'm gonna just say 60. I don't care what it is.
Nigga,
If I gotta do a little cartwheel, whatever. Cartwheel, you hear me?
You said, what'd you say?
Wheelchair. I'm like,
Yeah.
wheelchair? I would do in the wheelchair and I just, you know what I'm saying? I could do that. Like, that's
I
one
used to
thing.
feel that way too, bro. I don't play basketball enough, bro. I used to love basketball.
That's another thing too.
He
When
was
you
like,
have
man, Drew play basketball every day. I'm like,
yeah,
damn, bro.
and when you have a kid, you can't play basketball every day. I have a lot of friends that used to hoop with me. They play like twice a week, and they're fine with it because they have a family, and I'm cool with it. But I'm like, damn, like I need to get as much basketball as I can before.
Itching after 2 days.
Yeah. I haven't played basketball in 3 weeks, bro, and it's like I'm like a crackhead right now. Like, I genuinely shoot. Sometimes I go out there and just shoot by myself. Yeah. But it's like I want to do that too. You know, obviously basketball is always gonna be there. Like if I have a boy, obviously I would love to have a boy. I can play ball. I can take him with me. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Even a girl, you know what I'm saying? Kobe made it cool to be the girl dad.
Yeah.
They be playing ball
exactly.
Too, huh?
So even if I have a girl, like it don't matter. Like if I have a kid, I can take him, but it's harder because at first I'm gonna have to sacrifice the basketball.
Yeah.
Cause that's gonna be basketball's basketball, but I just love it so much because I play it all the time. That's all I've been playing. That's my first love. That's not my first sport, but that's my first love.
Yeah.
So it's like I would.
You could have been on Ecuadorian national team.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I would have taken it seriously, exactly right. I'm slacking, man. Yo, Ecuador, call me up. I need a little point
call me up. The whole country, hit me up.
The whole country called me up. I see another we said interests and hobbies, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm learning piano, cause Gio, like, it's just weird. Cause when I see Gio with the piano, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of whack at first to learn piano, but then Gio was playing it. And I was like, damn, it's kind of.
You see somebody take something serious, you're like,
yeah, exactly. And Jill used to always be like, yo, you should get one. I'm like, nah, that's whack. You know, that's whatever. Like, it's cool for you to do it.
Yeah.
And then, coronavirus hit, and me and Jill would talk all the time. And I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I don't know. And then he'll tell me, he'll play it. And I'm like, damn, that sounds kind of dope.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, like, yo, if I can learn piano, have free time, I can learn piano.
Just adding something to your
repertoire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Like, I can probably go to, like, a little party. Like, when you learn something, you want people to show.
Oh no, you said you go to a little party, you trying to play piano at a party, nigga?
No, like
happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
No, it's like if somebody has a piano there or something, you can show you can show what you've been working
Right,
for.
You go to like bars, restaurants, like they use it for like ambiance. But like this shit's functional.
And remember,
dope.
yeah, exactly. In bars and restaurants, you can play like they. It doesn't say do not touch, but a lot of people don't know how to play piano.
Yeah,
don't know how to do that. So like, I want people to know like, oh, I've been working. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I could play like a little John Legend. I could play a little Alicia. You know what I'm saying? Something simple.
Nah, for real.
So it's like when Jill was like, "Yo, get one," I said, "You know what? I'm gonna get one." And I love it. I've been slacking, but it's like when I learn how to do it and I learn the song.
It's nothing like it, man.
Yeah, like what's the John Legend song I learned? It's
All of Me, wasn't it?
All of Me.
Yeah.
I learned how to play that. Like without I could read the notes. But I don't even have to look at the keyboard no more. Yeah. Only for that song because I've been practicing that song. So I'm like, damn, this is fire. Like, imagine if I learn, this song or this song. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn. I love piano. Like, I never thought in a million years, actually, piano? What? Like,
any instrument for either. But like me and him growing up, we didn't like any of that shit.
Any instrument.
I told y'all I grew up playing the violin.
What?
I kind of want to get a violin. Just because like playing music, you know what I'm saying, being able to just sit in the groove and like get away from shit or whatever. Shit is kind of dope.
Any kind of art that you add to your life, I feel is always.
And I feel like I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like in the coronavirus, if you don't learn something like a skill or something, then you literally wasted the whole time.
If you're doing the same bullshit, if you're saying watching the same TV shows over and over again.
Now you guys have a podcast. Y'all probably thought about it before, but coronavirus made y'all actually okay. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh damn, now I have nothing to do. I would love to do a podcast. Yeah. It's just I just don't have the people to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not thinking about it like hardcore like how you guys thought.
It doesn't have to be your passion. Like whatever your passion is. Like it doesn't have, you don't have to fit into everything. Every everybody does. Like we look at our friends and what they do. Like Felipe was the last person we had on here. I'm like, if we start thinking, why don't I have a chinchilla? We would be doing that for no reason. Like, that's his particular passion.
Exactly.
Me and Ryan feel like we have a platform and we can give it to other people.
Yeah,
so that's why we do it for it.
And exactly like it's like all right. I never used to back in the day I used to love reading. I haven't read a book in I can't even tell you when.
I don't think I read a book since me and him was like in 5th grade.
Yeah,
together.
so I can't
like for real.
GShyt at all like GShyt like I read a book.
Hey, shout out to all my high school teachers. I ain't do shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, y'all said these eyes wouldn't go far, but they went far. They got me a house and everything. Look, so when the coronavirus hit, it's so much you could do. You and your girl can do so much. You know what I'm saying? I live with my wife.
Yeah.
To be. So it's like you can only do so much together, and then y'all get bored of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do nothing in the virus.
Right.
So I bought a book, and my wife always tells me like, yeah, man, you should get a book. Like I love that you're learning piano. I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe in the wedding you could play piano.
That'd
You know what I'm
dope.
saying? Like maybe to her or something. You know what I'm saying? But and then she's like, I got a book on my own, and then she's like, damn, like for real, like you got a book? Cause she's not used to me reading. You know what I'm saying? Like she's me on Xbox, me hooping, me chilling with my niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a book, started reading it, and it's like, all right, so now I'm starting to get back to reading books, just to get my mind right. Now I'm playing piano. And if I can do it, I'm lazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. Yeah, I do. I know. I love to box. That's another interest. I love to box. I'm not like a champion. I'm not nothing like crazy like that. But like, my family's been around boxing. My dad's side all his life.
Yeah.
My uncle, my aunt, his father, my granddad, all that. You know what I'm
all your
saying?
cousins.
All my cousins, everybody. They love to box and stuff. So it's like I was never a boxer type, but I train with them, and so it's in my blood, low key.
Yeah.
So it's like ain't nothing better than hitting the bag. You know what I'm saying? When you just hitting the bag for fun, or even if you're angry, the bag takes all that.
Stress
out,
relief,
right?
yeah.
Stress reliever. There you go. I couldn't say stress reliever.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I do, like I just love it, bro. It's like I start reading. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're in the whole coronavirus happened. If you don't learn nothing through the coronavirus, then what was
That's
the point?
on you.
That's like literally you being lazy. Like I'm not trying to downplay nobody. I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. But it's like, if I could read a book, the book is like four. It sounds crazy, right?
If I could read a book,
Yeah, the book is like 400 pages. Obviously, I'm on page like 60.
Yeah.
I take my time because
Same thing.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm reading it.
I can't wait to rewind this. This is where you said I'm not trying to downplay nobody, but fuck y'all for not being productive. Nah.
Exactly. I don't want to disrespect.
Do some shit.
Yeah, but like, I'm pretty sure Jill would never thought I would like piano.
Yeah.
Bro, I got my piano and I love it. Like I'm like I said, I'm slacking.
Yeah.
But like once I go on YouTube and once I learn, a new song,
You see,
it's like, oh my god, like I hit Gio up when I learned the John Legend song. Yo, Gio, I'm starting to learn. Yo, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then he hits me back. Like, it's also the people around you.
Yeah.
So like Gio's like, yo, I send him a video like, oh shit, that's crazy. Gio be like, yo, you doing good? And I'm like, oh shit, if Gio thinks I'm doing good and he plays piano before, I bet. And then he showed me his like the Marmor's room he's learning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, I would love to learn that, but it looks crazy difficult. But if Jill can do it, Jill will give me feedback. Yo, Jill, do this. Jill, he tells
me and him literally started playing at the same age. When you think about it, like I started playing piano at 27. Like I never played an instrument.
Yeah,
in my
he
life
tells me all
before.
the time, yo, you should get this for your piano. You should do this. You know what I'm saying? It's the people around you too. Like my wife, she tells me, yo, you read a book. Like not disrespectful, she, man, you should read the book.
Yeah.
Do that. All right, cool. Jill, yo, you should learn an instrument. Now I'm reading. Now I'm learning instruments. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, and then now I got a punching bag. Like, so it's like I'm doing everything. You know?
I was just about to say,
you can't do
saw
everything.
me.
Like,
I just picked up a punching bag. I just started reading. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like I'm not saying like I said, I'm not down to downplay nobody, but yo, if it's a virus, bro, you can't really go out. Everybody who used to go to the clubs, that shit over with. You can't go to the club like that. You can't do this. You can do it.
They still
bro,
out
just
there.
learn something, bro. Yeah, they still out there like idiots.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, so hey, y'all still out there? Can y'all stop? Hold on. Can y'all, this is a what's it? PSA. Can y'all stop being out there so that Florida could be back to where it was and then we can continue to grow?
Right.
Stay your ass out the clubs.
G-Shit, nigga.
G-Shit. Stay your ass out the clubs. Stay out the bars. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can drink at home. Y'all can hookah at home. Y'all can do everything from home. Y'all can even play basketball at home. Stay out the clubs so Florida can actually get right.
For real, man.
So that's my thing. Like that's what I'm saying.
I
Like I said, I ain't trying to downplay nobody. I ain't trying to do none of that.
Why the fuck? Like you see the shit on social media, like nah. I think this shit just look like it ain't that many people. Then you go outside and you be like, damn, bro, Florida really got like a fucked up mentality about what's going on. So G-Shit, stay all ass at home, man.
G-Shit, please. Trying to live a normal life again. This mask is not working.
So, all of your interests, like you picking up all of these different things. How does that manifest into like you turn into this new man, trying to be ready to be a husband and a father?
Oh yeah, man. If y'all don't know, so Drew recently posted about his picture. Congratulations, by the way. He's just a recent homeowner with his soon-to-be wife, and one of the things that he put on there as a little caption
Oh yeah.
It's public. I can say this shit. He was like, "Now all we need is a little boy or a little
DrewRanchula.
kid." You know what I'm saying?
All social medias, you can look at it, like it, follow.
I asked that question, nigga said.
Yeah, it hit a little hard.
we getting to that point now where you're like, you know, I'm evolving a little bit now. I gotta move to this next phase of my life, and you're already looking ahead. Whereas before, when you're younger, you react to everything that happens to you. You know what I'm saying? You go to school, you gotta react to that shit. You go to college, you gotta react to that. You get a job, you gotta react to that. Yeah. And now you're like, you know what? I'm in control of my life. I understand where I'm at professionally. I understand where I am artistically. I understand where I am as a person, what I want to do. And now you're like, all right, cool. I think the next phase of my life as a kid. Like, what made you start thinking about that? And what are your thoughts about it?
Okay, so like the caption I put, it was me and my wife in our new house that we just got, right? So I put, oh, I need a son to run around the yard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not getting any younger, obviously. I'm getting older. You know, I'm 29. Next year I'm be 30. Next year I'm be 30. You know, so on, so on.
Right.
So I feel like, besides, like I said before, besides the traveling, I feel like I already done whatever I need to do. Like if once me and my wife travel to like, you know, hopefully
go to Greece.
Rome, Greece. You know, Greece gotta be it.
No, I'm going to
Greece and Paris.
Oh,
once we do that, and maybe Puerto Rico, because I never been to Puerto Rico.
Okay, for real.
And actually, her hometown, I never been. She's a Salvadorian, Honduran. So maybe if we do all that, then like that's it. Like I don't need to do anything more. Like I've been to my hometown already. We've been to her hometown.
Yeah.
We've been to the place that we really both of us wanted to truly go. And it's like, all right. So now that I done all that, he's like, what's next? We married, or we're gonna get married. Yeah. We're gonna do a honeymoon. It's like we got a house, we got our cars, we got, you know, we settled down. You know, we're good in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously the next thing is always to make more money.
Right.
But that's like a whole different story. But it's just to make more money. But besides that, it's a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that you, from your position, it's kind of unique that you had 3 sisters. Yeah. And you know, there's some, you become an uncle to a few kids now, and that has helped you, in my opinion, see a different, you know, a different side of life, and also like you're embracing it. Yeah. Whereas before, at least for me, I was like, I'm not trying to have a kid, you know, especially like trying to have a daughter. But having those things in your background, having that family around you, I think has also helped open up.
That's how I was. I'm very how you say, family oriented. Yeah. But it's like he said, my niece and nephews, he knows how much I love them to death, bro. Like, I only have 2 nephews and a niece. That's it, literally. My niece is the oldest, my 2 nephews.
I had to mute this motherfucker on Instagram because all he would post his pictures of it. Like,
it's like, it's crazy, cause you see what kind of friend I got? I'll block him.
Oh, punk ass.
Today I'm blocking him. Yeah, but it's like he said, like, Jill knows this. I always used to say, I never want kids. I never want kids. Hell, you crazy. You think I want kids?
You a bird for that?
Yeah, you a bird. You think I want kids? Hell, I'm a selfish person.
Right.
So I used to tell Jill. Jill already knows all this. I used to always say I'm selfish. I don't want kids. I don't give a fuck what you call me. I'm selfish. I know I'm selfish. But then like my niece and nephews is like, damn. Like I see them running around. I see them getting older, and it's like, damn. I kind of, you know, a little baby. You know what I'm saying? Little baby Drew. I actually my nephew's Andrew named after me.
Oh really?
Yeah, my sister named him.
Literally, baby Drew.
Damn. And I named my niece. Like my sisters gave me like. That's how family oriented. Yeah. My sister said, "Yo, name your niece," and I think Avery, cause so with an A, I like the name. Yeah. And then my other sister said, "Yo, we're gonna name your nephew after you."
Yeah.
Fact.
She about to be 6 feet
at
least.
So where you like the only
I'm the
guy,
only boy,
right?
So it's my 3 sisters, my mom, my grandma, and me. That's what raised me. So you know, obviously I feel honored. Like
That's a big thing, man.
I love it because my sisters, you know, that's crazy. Like
you gotta this nigga Drew popular, just in case y'all didn't know. On Twitter, my guy is you know, really popping on Twitter. You got a tweet where it's really been going up and say, I grew up watching my mom do the impossible. So a weak female is unacceptable to me. Yes. What made you post that? Like, is that same family oriented?
It's the same. I mean I didn't make that post up, but I seen it somewhere and I'm like, it hit home. Like, bro, my mother was a single.
Let me count the exclamations on you. This motherfucking post. Like, it's at least 8 of these bitches. So you meant it though.
I meant it, yeah. So it's like, when I seen that, I was like, yo, that's wild because you know, tweets relate to you, but it's like I forgot where I seen that quote at, but I thought about it. I'm like, I gotta tweet it because my mother was this is what I don't get. All right, if you have like 1 kid or 2 kids and you struggling, I mean, obviously everybody struggles, but it's like if you don't try you know what I'm saying, if you don't try, if you don't put your best foot forward for the kid, if you don't do everything you want,
Right.
You want to know the definition of effort? You look
Yeah.
at Andrew Mama.
My mother was with my father, right? She left my father, and then she had me and my 3 sisters, us 4.
Yeah.
She raised all 4 of us.
Yeah.
Obviously, when my father went, you know, he got locked up, she had no choice but to like really raise us.
Yeah.
So it's like she did it all on her own, and it's like, all right, if she can do it with 4 people, and I see people complaining with 2.
Yeah.
Now I don't know nobody's life, so I'm not judging you guys, you know, their life.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, my mother did it with 4.
Yeah.
Think about it. She did it with 3 girls and a guy and a son.
Yeah.
And that she had 4 girls is easy because, you know, she could buy 4 shirts for all the girls.
Yeah.
She could buy 4 whatever pants for all the girls. But she had a boy, so now she gotta think about like, oh, how's she gonna raise? Like she could talk to the girls, yo, boom, boom, boom. But then it's like, oh, I gotta talk to my son different.
I be forgetting that you're the youngest too.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
I'm
just realize that.
youngest.
He's
I'm
the youngest
youngest,
too. Like he's
So
not
it's
even like the one that's looking over. Like he's the youngest
You
one.
couldn't even get hand me
Having to be the quote unquote.
Exactly. I
like,
couldn't get hand me down.
man
So
of
that's
the
what I'm
house.
saying. Like a weak female is unacceptable, bro.
Yeah.
Because my mother did it back in the day when it was hard to do stuff.
Right.
Like now you could. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody, but now you can do an OnlyFans.
I knew you
know what I'm saying. You can do an OnlyFans and make like $800 and feed your kid.
Nigga, a day, a month, a week.
A day,
yeah.
a day you can make. I know females that do OnlyFans and make like 800. They
Yeah.
get 200 tips.
Yep.
My mother was doing it without none of that.
Bust it wide open right now.
You know what I'm saying? What for OnlyFans?
You said $800 a day, bitch.
Hey, OnlyMans. But look, but
This nigga said only.
Only man
Oh,
you'll see me
shit,
on it.
bro.
Hey, for the money, shit, I don't blame you
Funny
for it.
as hell,
So
bro.
like a little bit of background, like one, his mom was is hilarious. She's funny as shit.
Yeah.
She'd work whatever job it took. I remember we actually used to go to
her jobs.
her jobs because
My
she would
mother
always
is my
hold, like, a
queen.
place.
My mother is my world.
Pretty
I would die without my mother.
She would hold like a pretty dope ass position in whatever company she worked for as well. So when she did these type of things, me and Drew would go out to it. She would be like in charge of like a hotel or something like that. And we'd go out there, we chill, we get free food, we bullshit. Like a lot of that stuff was fun. And she would do all these things. And obviously some of it was for her. You know, she had her own passions. I can't speak on behalf of her. But a lot of the motivation before
my mother
it
didn't
was,
have to do that for my friends or nothing.
Exactly, like a lot of motivation for it was like, hey, I want to make sure that my kids grow up right. Drew never missed a Jordan launch. Like that, if he wanted that pair of shoes, he had them pair of shoes, and like mama worked hard for that
Yeah,
shit.
and just think about it. Like he said, like I want a pair of Jordans. She bought me the package, the Find the Movement package. Like, and it's like the package was like $480, $500 at the time. You know, she gotta worry about my sisters. She gotta worry about me. She gotta worry about herself. Which is damn near she didn't do. And she's watching her mother with my grandmother, which was like kind of sick at the time. So it was like she's doing all that. So that's why that quote means everything to me, because it's like
I told you before, bro. It don't like a single mother. That's probably the hardest thing, one of the hardest jobs you ever have. But that shit applies to all moms in general, because like you know, especially if you have a good relationship with your mom, you gotta be like, I can't like if you don't not necessarily emulate your mom, because a lot of people like women, you know, they try to find their dad and the guy that they with, or like a guy tries to like, you know, be too close to his mom and shit like that. But like if you don't have those foundational, you know what I'm saying, qualities, you know what I'm saying, especially being a strong woman, like it's hard, you know what I'm saying.
It was one point. I'm gonna add this real quick. It was one point that my mother was like, at some points where she couldn't watch us, she would take us to the job, to her job. When she used to work at a Renaissance hotel, and it's right by SeaWorld. She would literally take us in her job, and we'll just like, you know, we'll go to the hotel and we'll just chill and stuff, and like she would obviously give us the food, blah, blah, and then we'll have to go and stay out her way. But like, it's like, bro, that's what I'm saying. A weak female is unacceptable. Like, my wife is strongest. Like, my wife does everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and my sisters do everything on their own. You know, they have obviously they have their significant other to help them, but it's like they still strong. Like, so it's like that quote is like OD. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's
go
impactful.
hit the retweet button.
Yeah, hit the retweet button. DrewRanchula on Twitter, on Instagram, but it's actually on Twitter. It's on my pin tweet, so you'll see it when you follow me. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like I see my mom through the bad times, to the good times. So it's like I know, but that's what that quote, man. Like it's exactly what it meant.
Wow,
love my mama.
It's good to hear that. We
Mama's boy for life.
For real. we all three met a few. So Andrew is my best friend. I've known him since I was 6 years old.
1998, baby.
We met in '98.
Second grade.
I'm thinking like a playground of what the hell is it? Central Avenue Elementary.
No, we met. We
like
met
that.
at the office.
At the office of Central
I
Avenue.
moved from New York to Florida, and you go to the office. I went to Central Elementary.
Central Avenue Elementary.
Central Avenue Elementary.
Yeah.
You know, you
The
wait in the
Cougars?
office.
I didn't know where the Cougars or some shit like that. I remember.
I'm so old now. So we went to, I had to wait for somebody to pick me up from the class.
Yeah.
And it was Gio who picked me up. Like, yo, I'm Giovanni. I got to take you to the class. And then that's how we became cool. And then on top of that, we found out that we live in the same complex.
Yeah.
Same complex. So it was like, that's how we met.
Small world.
Yeah.
Small world. Growing up, we loved a lot of the same things. We would play basketball. We would race, just like anything that we could compete in. Like
Exactly.
Nintendo 64 was out at the time, so we would just play Nintendo
Anything.
64 against each other. I think we played like some dumbass games anyway.
I don't know what we played.
But
GoldenEye, all that.
Like there was stuff that I wasn't even into. Like I remember I wasn't even into baseball, but like even that complex had so many kids that were so close. And it was like,
and I wasn't even into soccer like that, and I played because of him. Yeah.
And there was like these big fields in the complex that we grew up in, and we actually named them after like baseball stadiums.
Yeah,
I swear to God. And we would go out there, and I didn't even play baseball, but I was like, yo, this shit sounds dope. So we would go out there and do it, and like some of those things still adapt into today, because like that's similar to how me and Ryan met. We met on a basketball court through a friend, and then I brought it into this kind of circle where I was like, yo, Ryan, Drew, I want y'all to be around so we can do this. And we met at the first time we met was technically at a basketball court. Second time we met was at
the first time we met Ryan was at Tampa at a bar.
Court.
No, at a bar. I never met him at a basketball court first.
Yeah, the basketball court we just played at.
No, I promise you.
Okay, well you tell the story.
Yeah, I got goldfish memory. So
listen. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Gio's talking about his little thing.
Drinking.
But yeah, they both a little tipsy, I guess. But I met obviously Gio, our introduction. But I met Ryan because Gio, he was living in Tampa. So I went to visit Gio, and he said, "Yeah, we about to go to
Franklin Manor." Which we,
technically,
don't
yeah, that was for Patino's place. Is what it was.
It was somebody's birthday, one of your coworkers' birthdays.
Yeah.
And obviously, he wanted to introduce me to Ryan because I was his boy. So, I mean, I went with Melvin and my cousin Melvin, and I went with Melvin and Bama. And we went and we met Ryan and stuff, and Ryan was showing us Ryan. Like I said, I always say Ryan was showing us mad love. He was cool. Him and Bama was chilling too on top of that. And then me and Ryan started chilling. We started getting cool and stuff. So, like, it was a good vibe when I met you. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like nothing crazy.
Was DrewBreezy born in
No.
there?
So, yeah,
that was the same night.
That was the club. So we was in the club.
Same
We was sitting there. It was me, Drew, we was chilling there, and some random ass female out of fucking nowhere.
Somebody
just
like
comes
Chris
up.
Brown.
She said, you look like Chris Brown. I'm like, this
I knew she was drunk. I'm like, I look like Chris Brown. Not even my wife tells me I look like Chris Brown. What the
We was
hell?
like, who that? And she was like, I just want to tell you that. And then she goes back to her friends, and we was like, what? So after that, we started calling.
And Ryan was like, yo, Drew And then ever since that day, we've been cool. But like I said, like Ryan. You know what I'm saying? You show me love. You know what I'm saying? Always, it's always been cool. And obviously, Gio's my boy. So if Gio, messes with you, obviously I'm gonna mess with you. If Gio be like, yo, Ryan's a dickhead, I'm like, I'm messing with Ryan. But then it was never like that. He was like, yo, Ryan, that's my boy. And then now we about to go on this cruise together. Anyway, but that's how I met Ryan. Through a little party and stuff. And then remember I was there for a couple of days, and then we went to go hoop.
Yeah, and then we went to go.
Yeah, and then we went to go hoop one time, but
and after that, I came back to visit Orlando for a while on some work stuff. Then
and then
I lived
Ryan
in North Carolina.
Yeah,
Ryan slid out.
Yeah,
we drove up to Orlando. It was about millennia, and we just sat there by a bar one time. We was pregame before we went to go out about a year ago.
Listen. Let me just tell you this. This is a PSA. If you go to a bartender, right, and he says, and you say, "Oh, can I get a Long Island?"
Can I get a Long Island?
And he goes, Yeah, no doubt. And he looks at his phone like this. And he goes, and then you ask, yo, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm just looking at my cheat sheet. Leave the bar. Stop. Leave the bar. Can I scream into this mic? Leave the bar. Leave the bar.
Bars!
Or just ask.
Wait, Tom.
Bars! Or just ask for, hey, or just ask for a beer or something.
We should have just asked for a regular ass drink.
I got a whole different perspective on that because you got like 6 shots of everything that nigga had, bro. So like a lot of people sometimes you be like, damn, this shit weak as fuck. That nigga was on the whole other end of the spectrum. He gave you 6 shots of everything.
He might have been on the
asked for,
spectrum the way he was making that motherfucking drink.
Yo, what? Like he put.
That nigga disappeared, came back with a little pocket like.
Yo, listen, like I
he called it a cheat sheet. That's
yeah,
what
I
fucked us
drank
up, man.
I drank a Long Island before, but when the things he did to Long Island, I hope nobody ever does again. That was pretty scary. Like he
turned the Long Island to a long continent.
Yo, that
He's
shit.
strong as fuck, nigga.
Balls, yo.
And nigga was like, bro, taste this shit. We was like,
He said, yo, taste this shit and tell me how it tastes, because I know how
I
it
ain't
tastes.
never made a face like that in my life. Like I can handle my liquor pretty well. I
Right.
drank a bunch of different
Listen,
shit.
and another thing was, Gio was, paying for the
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
So
I
I
feel like-
obviously, I don't want to disrespect Gio by like wasting his money. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna drink it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna drink it. If Gio works hard for his money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if Gio pays for us, I'm gonna drink with it. I don't give a fuck if it's cow shit. If Gio pays for us and Gio works hard for his money, I'm not. And you like say you pay for me. I'm not gonna
I'm not
disrespect.
leaving
You know what I'm
that
saying?
shit.
That's hard. You working hard for your money.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drink it. Like,
shit,
yo, whatever. GShyt, I'm gonna have to drink it. Even if it's a cheat sheet that tastes like shit, GShyt, I'm gonna have to drink it.
Bottoms up.
another thing, that bitch wasn't no cup like this neither.
Yeah, it was
like
like
fucking
a
16
it was like
ounce,
3 of these
bruh.
cups
Motherfucker.
with a straw, and I'm like, oh man, I don't need.
I think
a
I
straw.
had like two motherfucking blocks of ice in the 2-1.
Yeah,
Just
it was-
like keep it going. That shit was
It was
straight.
wild. Hey, the
liquor.
food was fire though, but
Oh,
It
it
was-
was wings. This was
the
good.
wings were
And you
fire.
can't even blame him because that shit was on the menu, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like we asked for like, so let me get a motherfucking like.
And you asking for the most like
But I ain't think that's a universal
yeah,
drink.
that's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
universal. That's the most logical drink you can get. Yo, let me get a Long Island. Okay, let me do this. Yo, when I saw him, I thought he put a spoon out for a minute and started mixing shit. I was like, yo, fuck, yo, Gio's paid for this. I'm not about to let Gio waste his money.
Oh shit, bro.
I drank that shit with my heart. I drank it with my heart.
I believe in the heart of cards.
Yeah, I had to.
Drink that shit.
Had
It was
to.
bad.
Yeah, but
Whew. So that was a really fun ass night that we had. And we're gonna continue to have fun nights. Obviously, I think that like Andrew kind of alluded to this a little bit earlier. The like the bonds and stuff like that. Like I remember when I go to Kissimmee, somebody that I had really never met before. He was like, "Yo, I need you to meet my boy Khaled." And he introduced me to him. We kind of met on social media before, but
Yeah.
those relationships that you have kind of carry on for a really, really long time, and they mean a lot to you. And you start to see how people benefit you. And you've alluded to this a little bit, but your fiance, soon to be wife, has really helped benefit you, and you kind of shared that with us a little bit earlier. So talk a little bit about Mel and what is this she means to you.
yo, I'm smiling because that's my wife. Yo, like
That's first of all, that's pure as fuck. Like if you
Yeah,
ask
that's-
somebody about something, they start smiling. That's a very good sign.
yeah, because before I met my wife, I was living with my homeboy. It wasn't like I was forced to live with him. It was just I was being a lazy. Like all I thought was about basketball
Right.
and bitches. That's literally what I thought. What? God curse?
You already said it.
Oh,
so
for real?
much shit. Like,
bitches sound hard though,
you
right?
been
Sound
calling
hard, but
people shit this whole
females. I'm not gonna say
fucking
bitches. 'Cause
time? Y'all some lazy ass motherfuckers out there not doing shit during the coronavirus. Okay.
I'm not gonna say bitches because I have sisters, so females.
Yeah.
And like that's all I cared about. And I was just being lazy. Like, yo, let's go hoop. Every day I was hooping. Every day I was with a female. And I was barely working. So it was like, yeah, whatever. And then I met my girl. And it's like, you want to impress the girl that you're talking to. So, I
She
was.
made you work a little bit for
Yeah,
it,
she
too.
made
That
me
was
work.
the thing.
That's the thing. She wanted like off rip, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I had to literally work for everything with her. And, and I'm like, damn, yo, like, she making me, do this, do that. Maybe I should get a better job. I was like, nah, I'm straight. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever I want. And then we started talking more, we got together. And she would never tell me this in a rude way or anything. But she'd be like, yo, maybe babe, maybe you should.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, maybe you should, get a better job, get more money.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But it's more of like, she was like, Andrew, I believe that you can do this.
Yeah,
I know that you're capable of this.
Like I didn't think about it, but she thought about it for me.
That's the way it comes out.
So and then she's like, so little by little, we started talking, we started dating. She's like, yo, you should do this. All right, cool. She's like, maybe she put, my father-in-law owns, FedEx, Patrol. Maybe you should work for him and give him a break. All right, cool. I'll do it just to do it. I did it. Now I'm having a lot of money in my account. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, maybe I should, obviously when you have a girl, you want your own spot. You living with your homeboy, like, obviously, shout out Chencho, but that's my
Word.
right hand man. Like he let me live with him
Word.
without complaining.
Oh, no.
Never said nothing, bro. Besides Gio, that would have been my best man.
Yeah.
So it was like he would never complain. I'm a grown man sleeping with another grown man. You know what I'm saying? So like I struggled on that aspect because I'm like I was being lazy. I wasn't motivated. I wasn't doing any of that.
Yeah.
Fast forward, my girl comes in my life. I'm like, yo, I'm a grown man. Like I can't be bringing her to Ivan Chencho's crib. Like that's OD. Like that's whack. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what?
Yeah.
So then like she always said it respectfully. She never disrespected it. She just always said like maybe you know.
And she can be very disrespectful, by the way.
Yeah, she got a little attitude. She's from New York. She's from Queens. She's literally been
little.
living from Queens since she was 16 years old. So like it's like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, all right, you know I don't want to bring my girl to another where am I bring her? Like it's my boy's crib. I can't even do that.
Hey Ivan, can you leave for a couple?
Yeah, can you drive around the block for an hour? Like no.
Can't do that shit.
Drive around the block.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like
I'll pay you gas money.
yeah, I pay gas money to drive around the block. I give you $10. Yo, I was gonna last you like you know what I'm saying. So it's like I'm not gonna do that. So then she's like, yo, you know you getting good money. So then I'm like she didn't tell me this, but I started thinking like, damn, maybe I should get my own apartment.
Yeah.
My sisters, you know, excuse me, they were like, yo, we know these apartments, and then, you know, so my sisters helped me, because my sisters always look out for me no matter what. We could hate each other, we could be mad at each other. They're always gonna look out. So they're like, yo, I know you're in a bad place right now, you know. So you know, let me help you out. So you know, and I was like, okay, I got an apartment.
He ended up going to the same apartment same building.
Same building that my
his
sisters
sister
live in.
lived
The
in.
first floor and second. I mean, the first
Shout out
floor
to
is
Glizzy.
1-1. There's 2 floors. I mean, 2.
Nigga, y'all niggas
Too
killed
bad.
y'all liquor, bro.
That's been sitting there for like an
Damn, bro.
hour at least. I promise you. I've been
So
waiting
look-
for a pause so I can pour myself a little more.
Etiquette. Oh, so it's like, so you know, so I moved in. So now I got my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I got my own apartment. So I got my own apartment. So it's like, okay, so now I got more money.
Yeah.
I got my own apartment. Before I met her, I just got a car, a '97 Chrysler Sebring. I love you. That's my
What you
throwback.
call it? Name for it.
Snoopy.
Snoopy.
You know, Snoopy's slow and it's black and white, so it was perfect. So Snoopy. So you know, like little by little, I'm getting better, and she's never like egging me on, like, yo, come on, do it. She's like, yo, I'm happy for you, I'm happy for you. And and then at one point, she even put, this is probably like when we was like a year and a half, almost 2. She put, I never had a credit card, so my credit was trash. She gave me $200 out of her own fucking pocket to put for a credit card.
That's
a
a
secure card.
Secure card. Don't pay me back. Just get your credit right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like little things like that. I already knew in my head, like, bro, I'm gonna marry her eventually.
Yeah.
Like when I get my stuff right, it's like, cause nobody gonna do that for you. Nobody gonna give you $250 for a credit card. Nobody gonna amp you up to, oh, you got your apartment. I'm happy for you.
Right.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna cook for you because I know you're gonna
your
cook.
best interest in mind.
Yeah, and she had my best interest in mind. Like that's my everything. That's the love of my life. That's like I'll die if she dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like she has my best interest at heart. Like, yeah, she can be, she can be like, like he said, she can have an attitude.
Combative. We'll leave it nice. She's combative.
Yeah, she can have all that. She can be mean. She can do that. But it's like, even when she's mean, it's coming from a good place.
Yeah.
She's just saying it because
It's
she's
that
from New York and her.
Bro, you have no idea.
Yeah. Gio knows.
I love to have her on the show. I love to have her on the show, but it should be funny.
Yes.
Why is this mic so fucking dirty? Bro, can you just?
That's my baby. Like,
It's hot in here.
You know what I'm saying? That's how she is though. And like it's like, okay, she used to be crazy bougie. When she met me in the middle. So it's like now she's not as bougie. Now we understand, like, we got a house, we got shit to pay, we got bills to pay, we got stuff to do to the crib. You know what I'm saying? We got cars, we got, you know what I'm saying? And then like she helped me through all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my first apartment with her. You know what I'm saying? I got my first credit card with her. Yeah. I got my brand new car. Like, Jill knows. I used to drive in like an 03 Galant for like forever.
Oh, the Galante West.
Galante West. It's called Galante West.
Call that bitch the Galante West.
Yeah, my sister gave it to me because she got a new car.
Oh, hell
and then I had the Chrysler 97 Sebring.
Yeah.
And it's like, that car was on its last end, but shout out to Flash Savage, aka Joel, my brother-in-law. I sold it to him for like $200. He drives it. He said it's smooth. So it's like, and then I got my car. You know what I'm saying? And crazy stories. When I went to the dealership, they offered me $18,500. I didn't have the 5. No hesitation. She slapped her credit card on there, and I'm like, yo, you sure? Like, I'll pay you back. Like, it was like.
It wasn't a question.
Yeah, the thing was, it wasn't even like she didn't even, like, she saw in my eyes that I wanted the car. So she like just literally like, don't worry about it. Just pay me back when you can. Like
Yeah.
so it's like little things like that. It's like I look at her like damn, like I love you. Like I'm like yo. Yeah, so it's like you know what I'm saying, like
motherfucking sound bar.
yeah,
bro.
sound. So it's like damn, like if she just put 500 down,
Yeah.
cause she know I wanted the car and she know how much it meant to me and she know like you know what I'm saying, and it's
Yeah.
like yo, you can't. That's nothing better. Like I can't find nobody else better than her. Like, and it's not even the things that she do. It's not. I guess she cooks, she clean. I'm not saying because she cooks and she's cleaning and she's serving me food. It's not that. It's just the little things that she does. It's like
It's the reason she does it, actually.
yeah, it's the
Right.
reason she does it. It's like, and she's funny. I love like that. She's funny, just like me. Like we crack jokes. You know,
Yeah.
she cracks jokes and it's funny, and I'm laughing, and you know, she's telling me
That's
this,
awesome,
she'll
man.
tell me
Right.
that. My communication skills suck, but she tries to bring it. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like she's making.
But she
me,
also doesn't demand it out of you too. Like she
no, she don't
understands
demand it. Like I mean, obviously, if we're arguing and she gets mad, she demands it because she wants a response.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than
And
that,
I hate arguing.
Yeah.
But she wants a response, so I understand that, and it's not like I want to give a response, but it's like I just, you know me, I don't care about arguing.
Right.
I'm so laid back. I'm like, all right, cool, all right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, it's to a point where she's like, you know, arguing or she's like saying something, and I gotta listen. And
That's literally what he does. It's
yeah,
so
so
funny.
yeah, exactly.
It gets
So-
people so mad.
Yeah.
But that's why me and him never fight.
Yeah,
We don't
exactly.
give a fuck,
We don't
man.
give a fuck. I don't give a
I don't
fuck.
give a
Me
fuck.
and Jill have never argued in our 20 years.
We have,
And I'm not
oh
even
my God.
exactly. Listen, I'm
It's
not
not an
to
exaggeration.
the whole podcast. Like GShyt, we
It's not an
never
exaggeration.
argued.
Yeah.
Me and Jill have
Couldn't.
never argued. I argue with all my other friends,
Yeah.
but me and Jill have never. I wish we're
He
He
opposites.
told me that
And
shit.
we can
and I
still
was
talk
like,
shit,
what,
too.
bro?
It's not
Me
even
and
like
this
we don't
nigga,
talk.
We bicker, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Like,
God.
But we don't even
bro,
bicker like
we
that.
couldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know
Couldn't if we
why.
wanted
For
to.
some reason, it's like
Couldn't if we wanted.
it's like the world or God is making us not even try to argue.
Yeah.
Bro, there's nothing you can put in between us.
Like
Not
I would
a
tell,
single
yeah,
thing.
I would tell Jill something and it'll be stupid, but he'll respond to me in a good
Yeah.
way, and then I'll be like, oh shit,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he would flip out.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, never mind. And it's like we never argue. It's like it's crazy. That's how I feel like my girl. Obviously, when you're in a relationship, you're gonna argue, you're gonna do
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
But you're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect in a relationship, bro. Nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect. None of that.
Right.
But it's like if she can accept your flaws and I can accept her flaws,
Mhm.
and then you work together, you know, at least to like, you know, put a couple of flaws out the way, or even just come to a compromise. Like, yo, I'm like this, you're like this, but we're working on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's how. I mean, I don't want to sound corny, but that's how I feel with her. Like, it's like it wasn't love at first sight because I don't believe in love at first sight at
Yeah.
all.
Mhm.
But it's just the things that you do after y'all like
Yeah.
talk, after you do this, after you do that. Like she handles all the talking on the phone, but I hate it. But she does it, and I watch her talk, and I'm like, yo, I love her. You know what I'm saying? Like dumb shit like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
great
It's dumb.
example. That's a
Like
great
G shit,
example.
it's dumb shit like that, and I'm looking at the phone like,
That's a great.
bro, like without her in my life, bro, I would be so lost.
That's
Like
crazy,
obviously,
bro.
I want to be a lost like dude, but I would be like kind of lost. Like
Now that you know your potential, you're
Yeah.
like, damn, everything else beyond it is lost.
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
like, can't nobody else show me this light like she can, and anything
Yeah.
else just feels like darkness. Now that I know what this feels like,
Exactly.
Crazy.
when
Does
you
that
felt
help?
that kind of thing.
Does that help you as you start to think about the things you want to accomplish in life, your aspirations?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How has that changed you professionally now?
Yeah,
You're
like, I
damn, I'm thinking to myself.
Yeah.
exactly. So like that, obviously that changed me like tremendously because like I said before I met her, I was into ball bitches, females. I'm sorry, ball females, ball females, ball females. That's all I want to do. But then I met her, and I'm like, all right, well, you know, now it's time to actually get a real job. You know what I'm saying? Time to get real money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, fast forward.
Now benefits matter.
Yeah, benefits matter, everything. Now fast forward,
Yeah.
she got her little associates. Now she got her bachelor's. She's doing her career. Obviously, I didn't take that route.
Right.
So it's like now I gotta find something that I love. So like, and she supports me no matter what. Like I told her like, hey, babe, you know I'm gonna do this AC class,
Yeah.
get into AC because in Florida that's a big thing, you know AC.
Mhm.
So like, you know if I can do that, you know make a career out of that, you know get the benefits, 401k, you know sick days, vacation, PTO, all that. And on top of that, on the weekends, you know, like say your AC messed up, yo, Drew, yo, you know, I give you
It
25.
is messed, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I need, nigga, how much
Exactly.
it cost? I would pay you to.
You know what I'm
fix
saying?
my
So like,
AC,
see,
nigga.
like that would have, for example, if I would have been on, I was trying to get into that before coronavirus, but you know that messed everything up.
Yeah.
But like, if I was into that already, I could have came here and just cause you my nigga, I would have done it for free for the first time. Second time, I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
Or put me on people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Networking, do all that, and she supports that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She know I work for FedEx, but she knows I don't want to be in FedEx forever.
You're right.
She supports whatever I do. So now it's like, oh damn, I got somebody who can support me. You know what I'm saying? Now I got somebody who trusts me, who, you know what I'm saying? I provide for her, she provide for me.
Right.
So it's like now I gotta think like a grown up. It's not that little Drew anymore that you know what I'm saying, that wants to hoop every day, that wants to chill with people every day. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta think about us. Like, now we got a house. Right now I gotta do my car payments. I gotta pay the house. We gotta do this to the crib. We gotta do that to the crib. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, you don't want to forget, like, okay, that's your wife too, or your future wife. Now you want to take her out. You want to appreciate her. You know, you want to take her this. You want to take her that. And it's like, you know, like, I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I do underappreciate her because that's just like, I'm not a romantic dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, so like, you know, now I think about it and I'm like, okay, you know, she sends me signs sometimes that she don't feel appreciated. It's not that I don't appreciate her. It's just that's the way I am. Like, I always appreciate her no matter what. Mm-hmm. But I guess I gotta show her more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like, now I gotta take her out. You know, here, not every day. She don't want to be taken out every day. Mm-hmm. She just wants to be shown, like, oh, you know,
little thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me a little flower here and there.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You know, I do that now. More, I do that more.
Yeah.
So then, you know, and all that. Basically, what I'm saying, all that is for like, now that I know, you know, I'm into this whole new world, this grown up world now.
Yeah.
Now I know if I have a kid, I know she's gonna be the best mother she can be. She's a teacher, anyways. You know what I'm saying, for 5th grade. So she got that down.
She scared me sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, all right.
Fucking stupid.
Nah, she don't do that. She don't do that shit. Yo,
I fucking love her.
edit mark
Like,
at number 21 minutes, whatever it is. Edit mark.
Like, I mean, nah.
But like, I'm saying that. But like, y'all just said that.
Oh shit.
I think like when I hear Andrew say all these things, like, couples sometimes think that, like, yo, I love basketball, she has to love basketball.
Right.
It's more like she loves the way that I love basketball, or she can appreciate that I love basketball.
Yeah,
and understand that this takes up this much of my time because of it. And that allows you to feel free to do those things, and then also be open to the things that she thinks are best for you.
Exactly.
So she was like, hey, your credit's gonna matter.
Yeah.
This job that you're gonna have, you know, is gonna matter. This career that you actually want to get into is gonna matter. So like, you know, so you start thinking job, but the direction I think she's trying to push you into is like, hey, this AC thing is career. It's not just like you working, because for a while you got, you know, when you legit and growing up, you got to do 9 to 5 or fucking 11 to 8 or midnight to whatever. And now she's like, all right, now you can see this and how that trails into your own business and stuff like that.
Exactly. Like, and basically everything you said is exactly why, like, I would be ready for, like, obviously like next year, like, or something, like, whenever I'm ready for a kid, because I know, okay, once I get my stuff right, like, I have, you know, a big portion of my life, right? And she has, you know, she has a career already. She has everything, like, you know, everything that she wants as of right now. And it's like, all right, so now that we have all that, you know, the next thing is a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a family. And I would
like, I can see you like at like a little white picket fence, and then like
exactly,
outside,
you know what I'm saying?
Like you have like a little van.
Like, oh, look at the Geo Uncle Ryan coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like G-Shit, like shit like that.
It'll say like Robayo's AC or something like that.
You know what
like
I'm saying?
Robayo and Son, you know, because eventually you see this shit doing like
exactly. So eventually, so even if it's like that, like now I'm ready for. I would be ready for a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be ready for a family. I know that she got my back. I got her back. Yep. We got our best interests, vice versa, either way. And it's like, you know, so that's what it is. Like, that's why I'm marrying her. That's why, you know, I gave her a ring. That's why I want her to be in my life forever. Feel me?
Like, in my head, bro, the only thing that I keep thinking about, like, got my gears spinning is like, you know, especially as we growing older, is how we can really, you know what I'm saying, turn all of the things that we interested in, all of our passions, like the AC shit, into a reality, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's time to, like, really get into grind mode. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We started this shit to put.
You know how LeBron goes to 0 dog 30?
Right, nigga.
The playoffs? That's me.
You start to realize at a certain age, you just 0 dog 30.
And I've told you this before, like, you know what I'm saying? That AC shit is something that you're really passionate about. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure. And, like, I will say this to probably everybody that comes on the show, but I mean it when I say it to you, Drew. Like, if you really want to do that AC shit, we gonna support it. We gonna make sure that shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna help you do it because we want to support you. And that, it literally is the point of GShyt. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's grind mode for us. You know what I'm saying? It's grind season, and like, I think it's important, especially if you about to be this husband and family man. You know what I'm saying? You have a support system, and if you family to Geo, it's family time. So
facts.
You know,
that's love. That's love. That's GShyt, because that's so exactly like that's what Geo like. Yo, Geo used to talk about you all the time. I'm like, who's Ryan? Like, I'm never jealous of Gio making friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not his girl.
Me and him kind of have like this little, you know
what I'm saying? I mean, but if you call somebody his best friend, I might be a little jealous. I'm like, hold up now. You know what I'm saying? I'm your best friend. Like, first of all, don't forget where you came from. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you said, like you showed me love. It's all love and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you know. And that's why when he told me you were doing the podcast, I was like, oh, that's my nigga Ryan. That's perfect because, yeah, exactly. I mean, I never hesitate with you. So I'm like, and I already know you. So it's like, oh, you know, Ryan showed me obviously Gio showed me love since, you know, since we were young. You show me nothing but love. You know, you respect me. You do all that. You give me advice. I already know if I hit you up, yo, Ryan, this and that. I know you're gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
start my own business, right?
Exactly. Ryan gonna tell me. Ryan gonna tell me how it is, and it's the podcast. That's what I'm saying. That's why I like this whole idea of the podcast. Yeah. You know, you're helping people out. You letting people speak. Like I never thought I'd be on it, like doing a little interview and talking like how I talk. You know what I'm saying? But y'all two made it come into fruition. So it's like, okay. So it's like, oh damn, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually talking. I'm actually getting shit off my chest. And then on top of that, you know, you guys help people out, you know, businesses, all that, you know what I'm saying? And I hope this podcast grows big, bro. Like it's like every little thing. It starts off small, and then eventually it's gonna take off. Like I already know y'all gonna take off. It could be from a year, it could be 3 years. Y'all gonna take off eventually. It's just y'all just gotta be, you know, stay with the grind. Like you said, it's grind mode. It's 0-30 mode. It's all that, bro. And I love it, bro. And Jill knows how much I love podcasts. So it's like, when he told me y'all doing it, I was like, oh.
He's like, you gotta watch this one, you gotta watch
this one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I get mad ideas and stuff because I would love to do podcasts, but it's like, seeing y'all do it kind of motivates me just to maybe do it like a little talk podcast. Not even crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm literally motivated me to like, oh shit, maybe I should get a mic. Oh, I need the camera. Okay, I need that. Oh, damn, it's crazy because it's like, and y'all don't even know that y'all motivated me, but it's like, yo, what the fuck? It's like,
you surround yourself with it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It's the people you surround yourself. Like I used to. It's not everybody, but I used to surround myself with certain people that didn't do, you know, that was lazy, that always want to do that. Yeah. But then like, you surround yourself with people like, if my boy gets a car and I'm happy for him, like, damn, maybe I should get a car next. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? My other boy gets a house, I'm like, okay, he got a house. He got a car. Oh, now they both got everything. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get a crib, I'm like, okay. You get a car, I'm like, damn, maybe it's my turn. Like, it motivates me, you know? Absolutely. I'm never gonna hate on none of my people or anybody. Hate is such a strong word anyways. But I would never hate. So it's like if y'all get y'all things, I'm like, damn. It's not even jealous. It's just like, damn, maybe I'll probably be to myself like, damn, maybe I need to step up.
It's the idea, like, you know, if you hang with 5 broke niggas, you go be the 6. If you
exactly. That's perfect.
I ain't never heard that shit before.
Yeah, that's facts. That is facts. That is facts. I heard that before.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna be the 6.
And like, I mean, for me, like, that was always a hard concept because, like, you know, I grew up around, you know, from Detroit, you know, people who got it. Middle class, you know, lower class, you know what I'm saying? Like
working class more than anything.
Class people, you know what I'm saying? You know, I seen some people find success or whatever, and like,
and they grinding for that success.
You know, I'm almost 30, same shit. Like I'm going through that same cycle, but now it's like, what can I do to be, you know, either be the first of the 5 that's gonna turn that 6th person into, you know, that person that I want to be.
Exactly what I said. Like, y'all guys doing the podcast, and it's like, I be itching now to do a podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's like. Never to compete. No. Never to compete. It's just like, yo, Gio and Ryan doing a podcast, then maybe I can do one because those are my boys and I know they will support me, and it's never competition. It's like, it's all love. So it's like, they don't know it, but it's like when I watch you guys do it, or even I see all this stuff in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, they really doing it. I'm not jealous, but it's like I wish I could do that. You know what I'm saying? No, so it's like eventually maybe I could do like a little podcast here and there. But it's like watching you guys do your thing, and it's like, yo, I'm proud of you guys. You know what I'm saying? You're helping people out, or you want to help people out. You want to get people noticed. You want to get people, you know, their little business out there. You know, anything. You want to have a guest to talk about, like me. Like, I'm rambling on, but it's like, okay, I'm talking about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys give me the platform to do that.
Yeah.
You know
if you guys do want to, you can always put or send us a DM or anything like that. If you're interested in becoming a part of the podcast, we are really local. We are trying to give people their platforms. So feel free to do that.
Yeah, a lot of my Kissimmee people, St. Cloud, you know, whatever. Everybody that knows me.
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. If you want to, you know, you DM me too, and then obviously I'll point you to him. If you want to get your business out there, if you want to, you know, your art, your business, let me know. I will do it. Like, hey, GShyt, they will help you out. You know, I can't say nothing better. But it's just trying, bro. We never hating, we never jealous, we never that. We just trying to help because there's a lot of hate in this world. And you know, it's a lot of, you know, in this world right now is crazy. So it's like we want to be positive in this world. We want to do right. We want to do right as much as we can. So like I said, like just these two are like a help. These two have a platform. So if you got if you got something that you really means to you, like it's to your heart and all that, a business, an artist, anything, just hit me up and then I send you to these two and then y'all could talk. But that's it.
And just following up on that, GShyt the podcast, Twitter, IG, Facebook. We will be on all streaming platforms. So
merch coming soon.
Merch coming soon, baby. Exclusive shirt right here, man. Stop playing with me. Get your GShyt apparel. Whenever they come out, don't worry, but it's gonna be on my social media. DrewRanchula is all my social media. DrewRanchula, like R, like ranch. I spelled it wrong, but it's like ranch, like RANCHULA. Ranchula.
Think about that for a second.
Yeah, DrewRanchula.
You got anything else?
Good.
Again, just to wrap up, this platform was created for all local, all creatives, all artists, all entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? If you got something you're passionate about, if you have aspirations, you know what I'm saying? We're here for the people, and this is a community effort type deal. GShyt is here to uplift. Like he mentioned, hate is a strong word. We don't ever use it. We don't abide by it, and we're here to be collective in everything that we do. So.
And I appreciate Gio and Ryan having me on here because they don't have to, but they do it because they're out of love. So I appreciate y'all having me here too. On top of that,
GShyt,
baby.
Best end of the podcast.